Boy, oh boy, do we have some stuff to talk about today. So, there's been a bit of an interesting thing going on recently with the Overwatch social media stuff, and it kind of culminated today in this video being posted by the Play Overwatch Twitter account. You can see here the nostalgia just came flooding back. Let us know what you can spot in our mannequin challenge video. Tag us in yours from way back when, and keep your eyes peeled for a trailer arriving November 11th. And notable, of course, if you look very carefully, all of the heroes in this are heroes from the original roster. There's Pharah, Soldier, Tracer, Mei, Hanzo, Sim, Diva, Genji, Tracer right there, Hanzo, Widow, Reaper, Soldier, Bastion, Torb, Mercy, Genji, of course, together, as they should be always, forever. And then you have Mei, Diva, Pharah, and Sim right there. So this video that they put out, and you can see also new profile picture of just Tracer. The same picture seemingly as the one you see here. This is from the trailer that they mentioned, premieres November 11th at 12 p.m. It is a look at Tracer in her Overwatch 1 look. It looks like a new model. I'm not 100% sure if it is or not. It might be the old one. I don't really know. It looks a little different, but it could just be a new pose that just makes it look a little different. So, we're getting all this stuff. The other thing that we got was this Twitter thread they were making where they said we're feeling nostalgic. Join us as we count down some of our favorite Overwatch moments through the years. And so they have the 2024 release of Juno, 2023 release of Malga, which I don't know if Malga's the one I'd say was my favorite release, but sure, I guess. Whatever. I think they're just doing the last year released every year, because Juno is the last one released this year. There will be another one later. I think Malga was the last one. No, Malga. Oh, yeah, I guess Malga was the last one. I don't remember exactly. 2022 was the launch of Overwatch 2. 2021, the crossplay launch. Echo in 2020, because, the only thing that happened in 2020. Sigma from 2019. Brig in 2018, who was not the last year released. Should be noted. But big release for me, because I love Brig. 2017 was Moira, and then 2016, of course, Plays Around the World, Heard Are You With Us, and the launch of Overwatch 1. So a lot of these just kind of weird nostalgia things being posted. They also deleted everything from their Instagram account. This is coming from a Reddit post. I'll link to it in the description. But they purged everything. They have this, what year is it again? They've posted this. They've had a few more posts since then. One of the posts was the same video from the Twitter post. But it's not just them reminiscing about memes. So all of these things are being put out. All of these things are happening. And so the question now becomes, well, what are they teasing? What are we working towards? What is going on? What is this trailer that we're going to be getting here in a couple of days on Monday at noon? I believe it's noon Eastern. What's the deal? What are we getting? So I wanted to talk a little bit today about kind of what we could be getting, some of my theories, and I'm going to start by taking a look. This is going to be really where I'm going to look at most of this. Is this article here. This is a Dixerdo article from about a month ago. But this is news coming out from that Jason Schreier book, Play Nice, The Rise and Fall and Future of Blizzard Entertainment. I know I've looked at this. I don't think I've talked about this at all on the channel. But it's a book that Jason Schreier has been working on for some time. And he details a lot of the different things that have been going on with the Overwatch ecosystem and things that happen with Blizzard. So I'll link to this article in the description. If you haven't looked at it, there's a bunch of stuff. He did a Q&A. You can find a bunch of stuff. But this particular article is coming from Dexerto. And as you can see here, Overwatch Mobile confirmed by Jason Schreier's latest book. So this is it's not too long an article, but as you can see here, they say Bloomberg journalist Jason Schreier confirmed in his third book Play Nice, The Rise, Fall, and Future Blizzard Entertainment that Overwatch Mobile is in development. He interviewed more than 300 current and former employees about how the company rose and fell. First-hand testimonials with the mass layoffs, whatever. Here is kind of the main part that is here. One of Blizzard's most prominent games, Overwatch, suffered heavy consequences from the turmoil. On March 22nd, Overwatch 2 canceled the PvE mode after poor sales. In addition, Schreier's book revealed that plans for an Overwatch Netflix TV series were scrapped because Blizzard sued Netflix. In saying that, it wasn't all doom and gloom for the franchise, as Schreier finally confirmed Overwatch Mobile after years of speculation. Schreier confirmed, quote, Overwatch was led by Walter Kong, who oversaw the release of regular heroes and content for Overwatch 2, as well as new projects like a mobile version of the franchise. Kong is currently the general manager of Overwatch for Blizzard. The book did not reveal when the game will be released, but it is in active development. We also don't know if the mobile project will be a port or a new experience. COD Mobile, all that stuff, Warzone Mobile. And then here, it's unclear if Overwatch Mobile will reach those same heights of what COD accomplished, but the framework is there for a game like this to find success. So I think a lot of the evidence, of course, points towards this being what we're looking at. We could be getting a launch of some kind of Overwatch Mobile experience, and they're going to announce it at, that trailer on November 11th is going to announce it. Now, it's not a guarantee that's what it is, of course. A lot of the nostalgia posting, could be the fact that this week, and specifically the day that they went on this whole Twitter thread thing, which was the 7th, I believe it was the 7th, was the 10-year anniversary of the official announcement of Overwatch at BlizzCon 2014. So we have known about Overwatch for a decade, and then, of course, released in 2016, as this, so helpfully reminded us. And they didn't mention any of that stuff in here. They didn't mention, going back to 2014 and going like, we announced it to the world in 2015. We had our first beta, which I don't know if it happened in 2015 or not. I would assume there was a beta in 2015, but I don't know. So there's a lot of play on nostalgia and stuff like that. So that could mean that we are getting some kind of Overwatch Classic edition, whether that be the mobile project or something else entirely. We know all these 6v6 playtests are happening and are being mentioned. So what could this, mobile game be? Well, could it be an Overwatch Classic mode? Could it be some kind of way that they kind of pull off old school Overwatch in a more mobile framework? I tend to think that's probably not what they do. I don't think an Overwatch Mobile will be just a port of Overwatch to mobile devices. They've already talked about system limitations with consoles and with PC, and how 5v5, the updates they made going from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2 visually is one of the challenges potentially with going back to 6v6. And so the idea of them doing 6v6 Overwatch Classic just doesn't really feel like what they're going to do. I suppose it's possible. Anything is possible, really, but I don't think that's what they would do. I think whatever kind of mobile experience we'd get would be something else. Maybe it is the, evolution of what the PvE side of the game will be, or the narrative side of the game will be. Maybe we have some kind of visual novel for Overwatch as the mobile experience, something like that. I don't know exactly what to expect, but clearly the play on nostalgia with the new profile picture, with all of this stuff talking about the history of the game, is very interesting. The other possibility, of course, if we go back to here, is that the Netflix TV series, or some kind of TV series, whether that be Overwatch's, Netflix deal coming back, or it being with Prime, or, someone else, whatever it may be, maybe this is what's coming back. Maybe there is more news in that, TV space, and we get some kind of Overwatch TV series announced on the 11th. That's obviously very possible. I've seen so many people commenting stuff like Overwatch 3 ? And no, Overwatch 3 is not coming out yet. If it is a new game announcement, it's going to be an Overwatch Mobile, whatever that is. Maybe it is a nostalgia classic kind of 6v6 Overwatch 1 style of game. It seems like an odd thing to do. It seems unlikely. It seems like a weird way to run the game if you have like mobile Overwatch as like a totally separate entity that you are playing on like a different version of the game. I don't know. Maybe it is just an Overwatch Classic mode, in the game itself where you can kind of play, kind of launch Overwatch. Maybe it's a limited time thing. Maybe it's just like a separate version of the game, which I don't know. Feels kind of like a thing that people are going to go to and go, oh, this is kind of bad. I don't know. Who knows what it's going to be? Maybe it's something like a halfway thing where they're going to allow you to kind of like when you change settings in game, maybe like you can make custom lobbies where you can use old hero kind of kits and stuff like that, where you can kind of say like, what version of this hero do you want to play? What kind of, that would be incredibly difficult, I think, to implement, but we don't know what it's going to be. And there's a lot of potential options for what it could be. It could even be something like some kind of like new deluxe edition of the game. Obviously the game's a free game, but it could be like a collector's edition thing that they put out that comes with, some new merchandise and other things like that. We really don't have any way to really get at the heart of what they are doing here. But it is just interesting at the very least to read this article and know about the fact that there's an Overwatch mobile in development, there was an animated series in development, and that kind of fell apart. And now to look at this and go, okay, so where are the threads here that we could maybe pick apart to kind of find the truth of what's going on here? What are we getting? And it'll be interesting to see what actually happens on Monday. So I just wanted to kind of talk about some of my thoughts and opinions on kind of what we could be getting. I'm leaning towards the announcement of the mobile game. I'm not quite sure what it will be exactly. I would love a narrative-focused something that they kind of develop as a separate thing. Obviously, I think a series would probably... I think a Netflix series or whatever is the thing I want the most. I think that is the thing that I hope we're getting an announcement of the most. But the way that they're kind of playing to nostalgia and talking about, what year is it again, and really just kind of playing on this 2016 vibe of Overwatch just feels very odd for it to be the announcement of a TV series. So I don't really know what to expect. But I just wanted to talk a little bit today about all this news, give you my kind of thoughts and theories, and just have this here. So if you all want to give your own theories or hopes in the comments down below, let me know. And then we'll see what happens on Monday. If we get a series announced or a new mobile game, whatever it is, I will talk about it when we get there. Other than that, I am working on some OWCS content. I'm going to do a primer for the finals, so get ready for that. Get excited for that. It's going to be a good time, and you can look forward to that as we get closer. But that's going to be all from me for today. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on any or all of this. I'd love to hear from you about that. But that's going to be all from me for today. If you enjoyed this video and want more like it in the future, consider liking and subscribing, as your support is greatly appreciated and helps out the channel quite a lot. But that's all from me. Hope you're all staying safe and staying healthy. And until next time, bye-bye.